Ciao, sono Kristine Anigwe, questo è High Five.
When you talk about an All-American, when you talk about a player of the year, you're talking about Kristine Anigwe.
You played me records I had never heard, but we talked on purple hairs.
I was raised in Arizona. My mom she moved from London to Arizona, so it was quite a culture shock for her. And raising 4 of us, it was not easy. And as I got older, I was able to travel around the world, go to London where I was born, and that was an incredible experience. Just going there alone and going there with family, I always felt connected there. Being Nigerian, I've always had that in me. Like, both of my parents were raised in Nigeria. They both speak Igbo in the house, so that's the native tongue, Igbo. And I always wanted to learn, but it's actually quite a hard language to learn. But I always wanted to learn. I understand it completely, and I love just being connected. I love going home, getting homemade meals. It's been great living these 3 different cultures and merging them into one.
38 years after Colleen Galloway set the record, Kristine Anigwe has broken it.
Congratulations to Kristine Anigwe. She has been an absolute joy.
The superwoman.
Anigwe having a monster game.
She makes it look easy, doesn't she? She really does.
Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down.
That was definitely a special time in my life. For those 4 years, I was just finding out who I was as a person. And I think like going back there, like where I was mentally and where I am now, much happier person. I was playing with so much rage, so much passion, and now I'm able to understand that how I was as a player then reflected how I was as a person. I was very aggressive, so that's like the style of play that I still play with now, but back then was more prominent. It definitely was surreal being in the atmosphere where there was a lot of trust. I was really the key center of the offense and the defense there, and being a professional like that hasn't been my role. I've been more like a role player and bringing a lot of energy. So like obviously I love both roles, you know. And breaking those records just shows how much faith and trust that my coaches had in me, because I could not have done that alone. Being in California was like such an incredible experience for me. I learned a lot about who I was as a person and as a player, and I learned what I wanted out of this life. Like, I wanted to be someone that can be impactful on and off the court. On the court, I wanted to be someone that worked really hard and every possession didn't take a possession off. So I was working so hard in college, and I think that taught me a lot to how the professional I wanted to be.
With the 9th pick in the 2019 WNBA draft, the Connecticut Sun select Kristine Anigwe from Cal Berkeley.
This is a player who you...
At first I was always like embarrassed because I felt like I failed myself. Like, I was like, why am I not sticking in this league? But as my 4th year in, I was like I was happy because I was able to build a lot of different relationships, and God works in mysterious ways. Like, you're thinking that you're going to be on one team for 10 years, and I've been on 4 teams in 4 years. And for me, like, quick changes like that really affected who I was before. Now I'm grateful because I've learned from 4 different amazing coaches. I've gotten so much knowledge of the game, and I've been able to like expand who I am as a person. I took that aspect because that's all I could take. I was taking in from all these amazing veterans. I played with a lot of people I looked up to. I played with a lot of people that look up to me. So it's been like very rewarding in this profession, and I've had the chance of a lifetime to play overseas. And I didn't know that I would like it this much, playing in Italy and Turkey, and now playing in So all those different experiences help me adapt when I come compete in Europe because I'm able to understand different personalities and I'm able to understand my teammates at a different level. Turkey was such an aggressive league, and I think I really did well in that league. Like I did very well there. Italy is different. I'm learning a lot, like how much of a mind-body connection you have to have and how strong you have to be mentally, how physical it is, but very fundamental. And I like this league. I think as I adapt to it and get used to it, I will thrive, and my team is going to do better. So it's like I got that experience from Turkey and I'm bringing it here. I hope to just keep learning and keep growing as a player and also as a person. I think like my expectation is just to win as always. I think like we have to understand that a lot of us have never played with each other and we're a young team. So trust each other more, lean on each other. This team is very close, so it's not going to be about one key player, but it's going to be about all of us collectively coming together and being a team. So I think that's what our coach is like preaching to us, like be a team, be a team, be a team. My background, being Nigerian, being born in London, I was always intrigued with art. I've always been very creative, and that's why I actually chose to go to Berkeley, a liberal arts school, #1 public university in the world. And I was able to learn so many different things from so many people. I was a key player on my team, but the free time that I would have, I would go to art shows, I would hang out with my friends that were into liberal arts. So it naturally came to me when I was looking for an outlet outside of basketball, changing teams. When I got away from Los Angeles, I had time. So that was the first time in my life where I was like, I have free time, like I can finally do something that didn't define me as a basketball player. So I started my clothing line then. But prior to that, I had been doing designs, I had been doing pattern making, I had been doing like all the manufacturing process. So when I had that free time, I was like, okay, finally I get to like start planning, start thinking, what did I want to do? Like, what did I want the brand to be about? And I always struggled with like just being myself, growing. I've always been trying to learn like how can I be the most confident, the best version of myself. And when I wore my clothes, I always felt like I was the most confident version of myself. So I wanted to give that experience to others. So I started this line for others, inspired by my mom and inspired by my culture. So I made this line, I made this clothing brand, and it's been very successful. And I'm excited, and I'm always very happy to see other women being happy and confident in the pieces. So I just want to continue to inspire and to be a role model to people that don't have that voice.
All the nights spent off our faces, trying to find these perfect places. What the fuck are perfect places anyway?